Top 20 add-ons for MCPE. Starting off with the World Animals add-on. This add-on introduces a plethora of real-world animals to MCPE. Komodo dragon. We also have a clam right over here. And also we get a bunch of sea animals as well, including sharks, hammerhead shark as well. Now what's really cool about all these add-ons is that they can be found in your world naturally, meaning that you don't have to spawn them in with a spawn egg. Look at all of the different mobs that we do have. As you can tell, there definitely is a lot to pick from right over here. We have crocodiles. We also have ducks. We have tigers, and these mobs even fight each other, as you're able to tell right over here. Next up, we have the Magnificent Burning Lands add-on. If you go to the nether right over here, you will notice that we get a bunch of new biomes over here. As you can tell, they actually do make the nether far more interesting in my opinion. And look at this one with a purple color scheme to it. It looks absolutely amazing. We also have this new biome over here, which introduces a brand new type of tree to the nether. In these cool biomes, you can also find new mobs as well, including this right over here, which is actually the lava turtle. We have another one called the rotten skeleton, which is the new mob. Next up, we have the vanilla culinary add-on. This will add a bunch of new foods to MCPE. For instance, we have this new stuffed chicken, and we also have a piece of sweet berry pie. And what's cool is that you can literally eat this like if it were an actual cake, and then it's gonna give you some slices, which is just super duper cool. Here is all the different food options that we do get. As you can tell, there definitely is a lot for us to pick from. Next up, we have the better weapons add-on. This will add a bunch of new 3D weapons that you guys can use in your game. Here are all the different weapons that you guys can craft, and you guys can go ahead and crouch in order to aim properly with your weapon, and then you guys are able to use it faster. And we have 5 different ones, and this one will shoot incredibly fast. We also have this new weapon over here, and if you throw it down just like so, it is going to cause an explosion, which is just absolutely crazy. I'm trying to pay rent this month, so that's why I'm calling them weapons. Next up, we have the Spiderman add-on. The Spiderman add-on will basically allow you to craft your very own Spider-Man suit, and it comes in basically literally every variation you could think of. We can also use Dr. Octopus's arms over here, which is just super duper cool. And if you guys are feeling like menaces to society, you can even become the Green Goblin. We have iconic Spider-Man items such as the Green Goblin glider over here that you guys can actually ride. We have Venom from Spider-Man 3, and we also have Venom from the Sonyverse. You can also spawn in Dr. Octopus, Electro, and even Mysterio as well, so we get the full-on Sinister Six. Next up, we have the Untitled creature add-ons, which will basically add a bunch of new crazy mobs that you guys can actually go ahead and face in survival mode. Starting off with the Tornado Dragon right over here, and we also have the Lightning Dragon as well, which is absolutely crazy. And lastly, we have the Mutated Creeper mob that you guys can actually go ahead and battle over here. Next up, we have the True Backpack add-on. Here is the backpack that we do get, which looks absolutely insane, but we can even use this item to remove the backpack over here. We can open up the backpack right over here in order to store all of our items, and what's really cool is that you guys can even put lava in it, and then as you can tell, it's actually gonna show the lava on the backpack right over here. You guys can carry around a bunch of storage and also a bucket of water or lava, whatever you want. As if that wasn't already cool enough, you guys can actually go ahead and dye your backpack over here to whatever color you want. Next up, we have the Bosses add-on. This add-on adds 2 brand new bosses that you guys can face in your world, starting off with the Grand Knight boss over here, which is basically a gigantic statue with a sword on it right over here, and in order to activate it, you actually have to get close to it in survival mode, and then it's gonna go crazy. And next up, we have another boss, which is the Lumberjack, which you guys can also find, but once again, you can find them in your world naturally, so be aware of that. Next up, we have Nico's block extension add-on. This add-on will transform a lot of the blocks. We have this new glow squid block over here. We have some new types of bushes, and we also do have a stick pile, which you guys can use in order to decorate your world, make it look realistic. We also have a new rose bush over here. We have a bamboo pile, which is similar to the stick pile, and we also have a brand new book pile as well, which you guys can actually decorate your libraries with. There's a lot of different variation, and I know you guys can come up with some creative ways to decorate your world with this add-on. Next up, we have the Keks add-on. The Keks add-on adds a bunch of new foods, mobs, and crops that you guys can actually craft in survival mode over here, and so many other unique mobs as well. Now, what's really cool about this add-on is that they add a bunch of features from other cultures into this one. We also have the Crimson Bee over here, which looks super duper scary. We also have this one, and we also have a salamander, which you guys can find in the ocean. We also have new crops such as eggplant over here, and even crop barrels that you guys can actually store you know, all your different crops at, which looks super duper amazing. Next up, we have the collapse blocks add-on. The collapse blocks add-on will transform a few of these blocks over here and basically make them into some pretty weird configurations that you guys can use in order to actually spice up your world and make it a bit more realistic. Now, you can't actually find these in the creative menu. You have to go to the chat over here and you have to type in /give and then do F and then ruin, just like so. And as you can tell, we have all these. Yeah, some of them still do work, and all you gotta do is type them out. Then they're gonna appear in your hotbar just like so, and then you can actually go ahead and decorate your world with these cool custom blocks. Next up, we have the Ritekman Furniture add-on. This add-on will implement a bunch of cool furniture from the Middle Ages, and here we are. We have some of the stuff like couches, we have tables, we also have a blue sofa, we also have a firewood staff over here that we can use and decorate our worlds. We also have other types of candles as well. We also have this cool 3D looking book as well, which is just super duper amazing, and I really love how detailed all the different models do look like. And best of all, you are actually able to craft all these furnitures in survival mode as well. Next up, we have the Prehistoric Animals add-on. This add-on will add a bunch of prehistoric mobs. For instance, we have this one right over here, and I'm not even going to try to pronounce some of these because I'm just going to embarrass myself. They're menaces to society, literally fighting each other for no reason. And we also have this dinosaur, which looks so cool, and it is in the color blue. Here is another dinosaur, and all of these dinosaurs actually come with different like models and all that. Just look at that, boys. They're literally fighting each other, and there's just so much detail. And we actually have a skeleton of a dinosaur over here, which is just so creepy, but it looks so cool. These dinosaurs can get very aggressive. Next up, we have the arcade add-on. This will add a bunch of cool arcade machines and mini games. For instance, we have this Gold Rush machine over here, and we also have Among Us characters out of all things. Look at that. That is so cool. There is another machine, and we also have a Super Luigi head over here, and over here we have a like claw machine, which looks pretty cool. And over here we have a hockey table. Let's take a moment to appreciate the insane detail on all these models over here. There definitely was a lot of effort put in. Next up, we have the Mutant Creatures add-on. This basically makes all the regular vanilla mobs incredibly insane, starting off with the husk over here. We have the mutant creeper right over here, absolute menaces to society. We have the mutant drown, the mutant zombie pigman, the bulldozing zombie over here, and the mutant iron golem, which does not play around. I will warn you, fighting these guys in survival mode can definitely be a challenge, and they look pretty scary, so definitely consider getting some armor. But we also have a full-on wolf over here made to be a mutant. Such a cool and unique add-on. Next up, we have the Craftable Structures add-on. This add-on will allow you to craft full-on structures that you can place down, and you can craft all these in survival mode. For the temple, you will need 3 sand, 2 wood, 1 chest, and 3 TNT. And we also have the ruined portal over here, which requires around 7 obsidian and 1 chest. And lastly, we have the pillager outpost, which requires 7 wood, 1 chest, and 1 bow and arrow, just like so. Once you guys have crafted all this stuff, what you can do is just throw it like you would for like a snowball or something like that. Then it's gonna spawn in your structure over here, which is super duper cool. And it even does come with the mobs. It comes with the loot. It's gonna spawn the full thing in with all the different loot and all that good stuff. Next up, we have the SERP Pokemon add-on, which basically add a bunch of different Pokemon to the game. We have professors. We also have all these amazing looking Pokemon over here, and we have cute little Pokemon like this one over here, which is absolutely adorable. We have some more Pokemon over here. We have Crobat, which looks really amazing, and we also have this really cool like owl looking Pokemon. And overall, this add-on will just make your survival experience much more fun with all these different Pokemon. Next up, we have the Ocean Expansion add-on. This add-on will make your oceans much more interesting and even give a new biome. For instance, we got these really cool islands over here that do spawn in these really cool palm trees with brand new wood, brand new leaves, and everything like that. In terms of the ocean mobs, we have a humpback whale over here, which is absolutely massive and beautiful. And over here we have a barracuda, a menacing fish, menace to society. We have the Azure serpent right over here, which looks so cool with its glowing gills everywhere. And we have a barnacle as well, which is definitely pretty cool. And we also have the great white shark that looks super duper insane. Next up, we have the Java Edition add-on. This will basically transform your entire game to make it look exactly like Java Edition. We get the brand new UI over here. We have the Java Edition logo in the center, and literally everything is made to be a change. Look at all the world selections options as well, and you guys can actually go ahead and try to make your very own world in this really cool like a Java Edition simulation, like a Java Edition. You guys can go ahead, change up all your graphics and all that, and you guys can go ahead and press this button in order to change your POV easily. So there definitely is a lot of options for you to do, and we are even able to use this add-on in service as well, since it is not bannable or anything like that. And we have the Insane Craft add-on. The Insane Craft add-on has everything that you could ever ask. Insane Craft add-on is a collection of over 50 add-ons put into one great add-on over here, and it adds so many different things, basically anything you could think of, new biomes, new food, new tools, everything. And this is just super duper insane. And take a look at all the different mobs that we do get. We literally have hundreds of new mobs everywhere, and we also get hundreds of new tools, new foods, and so much other cool stuff as well. Everything is made to be incredibly polished, and we have new bosses everywhere, new challenges, new mobs, new loot, and it basically makes Minecraft far more better. See you later, French fries.